Hi, I assume you are here because you are researching me as a candidate and would like to know if I'm a person you can vote for. So I'm going to try to put that into a nutshell right here, all the reasons I think that I would make a good candidate as mayor of Provo. Firstly, I am politically agnostic, which means I am not Republican, I am not Democrat. I've registered as an independent my whole life. I have not found a party or platform that I wholly identify with. I feel like, in particular with municipal elections, that is important because we are nonpartisan races with non declared candidates. And I think there's a reason for that, and I find that reason very logical. The person in the seat of mayor should be free to make decisions for the city and not influenced by a party or partisan politics in any way. The mayor is a mayor for the city, and I, for one, would be a mayor with no attachments except to the city. Secondly, there is a problem that I would like to tackle for Provo. There is kind of a tsunami coming of AI and automation. There is a study done that I was part of by the companies that make and drive AI and automation, in particular the data centers that are making the data pools for that, where they estimate that 65% of all jobs can be automated. That doesn't necessarily mean they will be automated. There's a lot of barriers, there's a lot of costs, there's a lot of function between now and the time that 65% of the job market goes away. That said, what is believed can be automated soon is more like 30 or 35% of all of the jobs. And you see that already. You see it in Harmon's where they have robots stocking the shelves. You see McDonald's moving you away from any kind of human interaction. You see Walmart's and Sam's Clubs having floor mopping robots and self-checkout and all of those things. And most of that is designed to create a world in which the market accepts automation. So that's happening and it's going to happen. And I think it is estimated by 2030, 2035 that 35% of the jobs will just be gone to automation and AI. The problem I would like to start to solve for is how do we create an economy that weathers that storm and in fact benefits from it. And I think I'm uniquely qualified to address this because I spent the last 15 years in the data centers that are driving and working with AI. And I was instrumental in bringing one of those companies to Lehigh to start the Silicon Slopes back in 2013. It was one of the first companies to land there, and I was hired to pitch a site for them. I chose Lehigh for a variety of reasons, and Provo has everything that Lehigh had at that time. We have an airport, we have an industrial center, we've got eBay, we have 2 universities for talent pool, we have all of the infrastructure and amenities that these companies are looking for. We just have to pitch it to them and kind of connect the dots and kind of polish our city up to make it attractive for these kind of businesses and technology and residential to come in. There was a lot of things that came from our local talent pool that have influenced the industry in the world in a major way. And we can still do that. We have that ability and we have those credentials and we have the infrastructure and we can bring those companies here. And we need to start those conversations really soon, because it's not distant future we're talking about. It's the next 5-10 years and the next 50 years that are going to really impact us. And we can either be overwhelmed by the loss of those jobs or benefit from the industry that it brings with it and evolve kind of our employee market to shape itself around what's coming. Number 3, I think that while the administration that is in right now has done a competent job and is a driven group of people, and the city is beautiful and safe and all of those things, I think that a regular change of focus is absolutely necessary. And I don't think that they are going to do the next things. I think they're going to do more of the same things. And I think we need to change. And I think I have a different vision from what they have. I think that rather than corner our problems and compartmentalize them, I would like to start solving for some of these things. The deteriorating neighborhoods in West Provo, how to develop the airport properly, what's going to happen with John Curtis's nuclear initiative, and how can Provo capitalize on that and be involved and responsive to that? How do we drive down property taxes? Are we appropriately billing for water? All of the things that are happening that I think need a fresh set of eyes. My background is business and senior management in the technology sector, and I have had 7 or 8 years as an entrepreneur in the Provo area. I owned restaurants and convenience stores in this area, and I know what it's like to try and be a local entrepreneur building a business in this area, and I know what it's like to raise a family in this area. I've lived here for 45 of my 55 years, and I've raised all 3 of my kids here in this house that I'm living in now. And I very much would like to see the world that we put forward to my kids and your kids and their kids to be a better world than what we've got, which is great. We have a great world, and we should give our kids something even better than that. And I think we can do it. And those are the reasons I think that I'm asking for your vote. And I hope that I've answered your questions. If not, there will be my contact information below, right? I have YouTube, I have Facebook, I have Instagram, I have TikTok, I have the website. You can email me, you can call me. I will be as responsive as I possibly can and answer every question that you have. I appreciate your time if you're still here to the end, and I am asking for your vote. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day.